Welcome, everybody. My name is Hayley Hobson, and I am about to share with you one of my favorite topics to discuss, which is detoxing your mind and your body. And I love this topic, and I'm absolutely sure that you're going to love it also. It's really all about detoxing both our mind and our body. And in fact, the quality of our life and our health is basically directly related to the choices that we make daily and through the course of our entire lifetime. So if we're not making great choices today, that's going to affect us later. And if we've not made great choices in the past, which I'm sure all of us are somewhat guilty of, we may be being affected right now. And we have a lot of daily challenges in our life. We live in, I believe, a very high-paced world. We've got electronic devices all over the place, stimulation coming into our brain all the time. It feels like a pressure to succeed, to have a career, to have a family, to be the best in our family that we can be. A lot of people feel pressure around their weight or their diet. Women trying to own their own businesses, run their own businesses, have a family, eat well, be athletes, whatever you like to do. It feels like we're trying to be superwomen. And then sometimes we're dealing with other things like personal illnesses of our loved ones, or we're dealing with a loss. And like I mentioned before, there are children involved, and there's so much more. So basically, all of this builds up in our bodies, and it causes stressors. And these stressors in our body, they basically tap into our mind and therefore our emotions. And it becomes this buildup of oftentimes negative energy in our world. And this is not good for us. And we have a choice. We can continue along that path until we eventually implode, or we can make positive changes. And that's what I want to discuss with you today. I think that for those of you who are on here that I'm friends with, that follow me on social media, I believe that you too are looking for better ways in your life. You're looking to make positive changes. I know I am. And I feel like every day I wake up wanting to make another positive change. I always want to be the best version of myself that I can be, and always a better version than I was yesterday. Whether it's in my communication, in my relationships, in the food that I'm putting into my body, the products that I'm putting on my skin, my attitude, the way I drive, right? It's a positive change that we're all looking to shift and hang out with people who want to make positive changes as well. Isn't it draining when you hang out with people who are negative in their mind, or that seem to want to implode everything around you? So the first thing I want to talk to you about is the honesty that we all have to have with ourselves. We've got to identify problems. And the first part of that is basically requiring us to be honest with ourselves. And a big disclaimer here, right? Because just because you identify problems or issues in your life, it doesn't mean that you're bad or not worthy, okay? All it means is that there is an opportunity to make positive change and make improvements in our life. And all of us have these to do. I joke with my husband all the time when we ever get in a fight, and I'm like, it must be awesome to feel like you're the best person in the world with no problems, right? But the truth of the matter is, as I'm reminding him, is that we all have issues in our life. And we all can make these changes. So you guys might look at somebody else's life, or you might even look at my life and think everything is so perfect, but it's not true. I, just like you, have a lot going on. I, just like you, have a lot of stress. I, just like you, have challenges with my friends, my kids, my husband, my parents. And yeah, I get obnoxious and I overreact at times. I'm just normal, you guys. In fact, I had like a mini meltdown today. Literally hiding myself in the bathroom while I was getting my hair done, crying over a situation that was going on in my life. But what I've learned over the years is that it's okay. And I'm always going to be honest with myself And at the end of the day, I go over to my day and I think, okay, I am getting a little too intense and a little too stressed, and I just need to improve a little bit here and a little bit there. And I'm really good at listening to my body. And then I know that I need to do a little mental and emotional release. Do you guys listen to your bodies? Do you feel maybe when you feel like tension going on in your neck, your shoulders, your head, when you feel a little bit uncomfortableness, a queasiness in your tummy, when you can't get that good night's rest at night because you're staying awake worrying about your problems, when you feel like all hot and sweaty, when you notice that your actions are getting kind of obnoxious, or the ways that words are coming out of your mouth are not the way that you intended? Do you feel like you understand your body and you know what it's saying to you? Some of my tips are to each day, no matter how small, make a little bit of time for yourself. No matter how small that time period is. Maybe it's 5 minutes of closing your eyes and breath work. Maybe it's a little meditation. For me, when I'm home in Boulder, I make it a practice to go to yoga every day. It's the only time where I can get there without my iWatch on, without my iPhone blasting, without kids wanting everything from me, without my phone ringing. And I can just look at my mat and listen to the instructor, and I can just breathe. Maybe yoga's not your thing. Maybe it's some other kind of exercise or a walk. Maybe it's a spa treatment, a massage, getting your nails done. Whatever it is, make a little time for yourself. And some of my tips are, I will take a long, relaxing bath, sometimes with oils, candles, a little music, do a little journaling. I do journaling every Sunday about how my week is going to look and how it felt the previous week, mistakes I made in my life, personal and business, how I want to rectify things, how I want to move forward, how I felt, what my emotions were like. Sometimes just getting on the phone and chatting with somebody is great. You know, when I was upset this afternoon, I called my husband just because I wanted to yell and scream. And then he got mad at me and he started yelling and screaming. I was like, Wes, all I need for you is just to listen. All I need for you is just to say, Hayley, I love you. And just agree with everything I'm saying. And that's what your friends will do for you. That's what your partners will do for you. Maybe it's going on a date with somebody that you care about. Or maybe it's going to a movie solo with a friend, or just grabbing a book, or taking the day off, or going snowboarding, or just hitting the beach, whatever it is. Like I mentioned before, maybe it's taking some type of treatment. Besides massage, you could do reflexology. Energy clearing work is awesome. Every year I make sure that I go to at least one retreat or workshop. I'm about to head off to one next week, a life coaching course. And then in August, I'll do my annual yoga retreat for a week. And maybe reaching out to somebody else who's in need and helping them gives you a mental or emotional detox. It doesn't even have to cost you anything. And most of these are so obvious and common sense, but we don't do enough of it. Why not? The truth of this all is that it's not just doing the mental and the emotional detox, but it's also looking at the cause behind why we might need to detox. What is causing all this undue stressor or clutter in our life, in our mind, and with our emotions? Is it our behavior? Is it someone else's? We all need to take steps in our life to eliminate those. Otherwise, they will keep causing us to feel this way. Yes, that means sometimes getting rid of what is no longer serving us. Sometimes that's a mess in our house, and sometimes it's a relationship. So don't wait, and start doing it today. Now, let's actually see how we can work on our bodies as well. Firstly, even if you eat pretty clean, you still need the detox. You still need to detox the body from time to time, because toxins basically come in from all different sources. And I want you guys to take a look at what we call our pyramid. This is actually our doTERRA pyramid, where we talk about eating right. We talk about exercising, resting and managing stress, reducing that toxic load. And then on the flip side of it, on the top, being more informed about our self-care and taking proactive medical care. So we're combining this lifestyle and this healthy care at the same time. And when we develop a lifestyle of wellness, it requires implementation of healthy habits in these two main areas, lifestyle and healthy care. Combined, the proper nutrition, exercise, rest and stress management, and reduction of toxic load comprises a lifestyle that allows us to have maximum health. And each aspect builds on the others. And if any piece is left out, a compromise can occur. So what I want to focus on right now is how we can actually reduce our toxic load. A toxin is basically any substance that causes harm or brings excess stress into our body. A toxic load refers to the accumulation of toxins affecting our bodies at any given time and the burden it places on the body, the systems, and the organs. Toxins come in from many different sources. In fact, the world around us is saturated with toxins, many of which we're not even aware of, including pathogens, chemicals, radiations, which are the most obvious. Now, we have exposure to toxins many different ways, through our lungs, through our GI tract, and through our skin. And these are the most vulnerable areas where we get more direct exposures, although our body could probably get toxins more ways than just our lungs, our GI tract, and our skin. Toxins can also be ingested through the food that we ate. They can also be inhaled through our breath. They can also be absorbed transdermally when something is applied topically to our skin. And each of these avenues has psychologic defense mechanisms to minimize that toxic exposure. And one example of how the body protects itself actually is the lungs. These are very delicate tissues that can be affected by germs, smoke, dust, etc., other harmful substances that we breathe. So to protect the susceptible tissue, the nose, the mouth, the throat, they're all lined with a thick mucus membrane to trap foreign particles. And special immune cells are also present within the lungs, within the lung tissue, to help get in the way to help get rid of anything that might get in the way or get past these mucous membranes. So a little common sense actually goes a long way by utilizing protective barriers, such as gloves or masks, or creating proper ventilation. And we can also use essential oils as our partners or prevention. As you guys know, I love essential oils. They're a huge part of my life. And they have been demonstrated to positively affect our environment. Diffusing essential oils in the home or work area is a preventative measure to help maintain cleaner air. Washing produce with a little lemon oil added to water, vinegar, or baking soda is a simple, effective method of reducing harmful contaminants. And we can also be really mindful of how we care for our skin, from sun exposure to any product that we place on our skin. And so the products that I use, my skincare, my hair care, have superior ingredients and performance. Do yours? I'm also fortunate to be able to use a natural cleaning and even laundry product that's free from harsh chemicals. These are simple yet impactful choices in our everyday lifestyle that make a significant difference in reducing our toxic load. Now, we can be really mindful of how we care for our skin, from sun exposure to any products. And as I mentioned before, we've got lines that do that. But my second area of focus in reducing the toxic load is not only to avoid this toxic exposure, but also to support defensive functions. So let's actually take a look at some of the specific supplements and essential oils that I use that have the best organ support. Now, our body needs energy to conduct its own best efforts of protection and detoxification, and it uses nutrients to produce and create this capacity. Additionally, many of the toxins in our world today are fat soluble. And the liver, in particular, needs support as its function. And it's paramount to the success as it plays a significant role in eliminating fat-soluble toxins. Another form of toxicity is the presence of free radicals causing oxidation, which, if not handled, causes damage and premature breakdown of cells. Antioxidants are imperative for the elimination of free radicals. And the root of all toxic conditions in the body is an inflamed and irritated cell membrane. So it's in our best interest to prevent this kind of inflammation or inflammatory response. So how can we provide this necessary support and nourishment so our defense mechanisms function optimally? Now, we have what's called the Lifelong Vitality Pack. These are the supplements that I take. And they're packed with essential nutrients, including vitamins, minerals, whole food extracts, antioxidants, fatty acids, and bonus essential oils that are vital and must be consumed in adequate levels. These products are specifically designed to supplement the typical adult diet and correct our deficiencies. And combined with a healthy diet, these products provide a sound foundation that supports both the structures and healthy function of our bodies. And again, it's through nourishment that our bodies will perform at its optimal best, right? So nutrients, as those that are in our Microplex VMZ products, supply the body with resources to produce energy. And the ingredients in the Alpha CRS are superb antioxidant resources, as well as supportive of optimal liver function. And our EX Omega is a high quality source of omega-3, 6, and 9, necessary for the body to mitigate the inflammatory response. And this Lifelong Vitality Trio is perfect. It's a perfect way to nourish and fortify your body's own defense mechanisms. Now, our third area of focus in reducing toxic load is managing exposure by optimizing elimination. And our body has a complex system of detoxification, complete with organs and processes that allow elimination of any toxins that may enter the body. The liver, the kidneys, the colon, they're all involved in our body's natural detoxification, as are our skin, lungs, and GI tract. So it's really important to take measures to support all of these organs. So as we focus now on the elimination of toxins, we must first ensure that there are pathways of elimination. Our body basically has primary and secondary, quote unquote, chimneys, we like to call them, through which they remove waste. Oftentimes the primary chimneys have actually been neglected, and maybe they're over or under functioning. And then the secondary chimneys will then take on an overload. The skin is oftentimes referred to as a third kidney and is what we call a sympathetic chimney, often moving waste that was really intended to be eliminated elsewhere. Any kind of skin eruptions or imbalances warrant further examination of proper elimination. With this in mind, it basically becomes our first focus to ensure that we have proper flow of both the intestinal and the urinary tracts, as well as lifting any unnecessary burdens from other chimneys of the body so they won't overexpress, so to say, once we increase the process of detoxification. So how can we do that? Well, I personally use two products that are basically a partner to me in elimination: ZENDOCRINE Complex and TERRAZYME. So let's take a look at each of these products and see how they play an important role in supporting the chimneys, in getting the body, getting its job done. So the main function of the body's gastrointestinal tract is basically to metabolize the food we eat and excrete waste products. It also plays a major role in absorption. Unfortunately, for many people, this system tends to be experiencing, well, let's say less than optimally, right? So our body must be able to distinguish usable substances from harmful toxins. And to accomplish this differentiation, the GI tract serves as a selective barrier that strictly regulates absorption and prevents toxins from entering the blood and the lymph systems. So an important product which has significant benefits to our GI tract is also a digestive enzyme. And the one that I use, the TERRAZYME, doTERRA-TERRAZYME, contains a unique blend of active whole food enzymes and mineral cofactors that are often deficient from cooked, processed, or preservation-laden foods. These ingredients aid digestion and support overall health of the GI tract. Now, enzymes are special substances that help catalyze biochemical reactions in our bodies. They actually they are crucial players in the physiologic process, including metabolism and detoxification. For instance, fresh, raw foods naturally contain sufficient enzymes for proper digestion in the body. However, when food is cooked and processed, these naturally occurring food enzymes can oftentimes be destroyed. And then on top of that, when we have pasteurization, sterilization, radiation, preservation, freezing, and microwaving, well, that can actually render our food enzymes completely inactive or alter their structure so much that they become useless to our bodies. Food processing can also remove important vitamin and mineral cofactors. So we can reduce the internal demand for production of digestive enzymes in our body by increasing the amount of raw, fresh foods in our diets. And some experts suggest a healthy diet would include at least 60% of foods coming from fresh, raw foods. It's a goal, but not always available in our modern lifestyles, even for me, coming from like a raw food enthusiast. So we must use a whole food supplement of plant-based enzymes because it's convenient as a way of guaranteeing sufficient enzymes. This formula has been recently updated, by the way, and it addresses a lot of digestive issues that are especially prevalent. Increased lactase helps digest lactose, prevents flatulence, while maltase was replaced with a special proprietary anti-gluten blend. And it's also a daily supplement and makes a great partner in a cleanse program. I suggest taking 1 to 3 capsules each day with each meal. And it can also be very effective on an empty stomach to pursue old waste in various areas of the body. Again, it's recommended as one of the most important first steps to success in any detoxification program. Now, many organs of the body have powerful detoxification functions, particularly the liver, kidneys, and colon. And supporting these organs is important for maintaining optimal detoxification function and keeping our body clear of toxins. And so let's go back to the ZENDOCRINE. As part of our requisite body functions of eating, breathing, and coming in contact with environment through our skin, our bodies are exposed to numerous toxins and microbial pathogens. And one of the primary functions of vital organs is to act as protective filters against such harmful agents. And the largest organ of our body, which is our skin, has a primarily protective function against toxic exposure and infection. That's what it's trained to do, so to speak. And our lungs, they do help filter the air we breathe from particulates and pollutants. And yes, our GI tract, from our stomach to our colon of the large intestine, also perform significant cleansing and filtering of toxins, which enter our bodies with the food that we eat. And if the toxins make it past these organs on the first line of defense, meaning skin, liver, stomach, GI tract, right? Other organs such as the kidneys and the liver actually, if they make it past the primary organs like the lungs and the skin and the GI tract, then we have other organs such as the kidneys and the liver that perform additional filtering functions, which will rid our bodies of chemicals and pathogens that cause us harm. And the body's filtering and waste management system is really capable of managing a certain amount of exposure, believe it or not, to toxic influencers. But again, in our modern world of environmental pollution and harmful chemicals found in prepared foods, beauty products, treated water, etc., our body's filtering system can be significantly challenged. Just as the filter in a car or a furnace or a coffee machine can plug up over time, our body's filtering organs also need to become unplugged. They get plugged with toxins. And healthy organs do have the capacity to clean or unplug under normal conditions, but many suboptimal conditions of the liver, kidneys, colon, lungs, and skin can result from an overexposure of buildup of toxicity in these vital organs. So we've got to support healthy cleansing and filtering of these organs. And it begins by limiting exposure to environmental toxins that we breathe or touch, by eliminating foods that have artificial chemicals or that have been treated with pesticides. Hydrating frequently helps with clean water. It's very essential for healthy function. Additionally, supplementing our healthy diets with functional nutrients that provide targeted support for these organs. And we need specific help in our GI tract to help with friendly microbes. So a great thing that we can do is a cleanse. And I suggest a 30-day gentle cleanse, or renew, you could call it, or restart. This is basically the key to detoxification, and it involves the correct use of products alongside of that healthy water, clean water, healthy food, healthy mindset. So I'm going to talk about each of the benefits of these specific products: PB Assist, our probiotic, GX Assist, our GI cleansing formula, our ZENDOCRINE detoxification blend, and the Slim and Sassy metabolic soft gels. When it comes to detoxification, the liver is king, and because it participates in so many metabolic and detoxification pathways, it's important to keep this organ healthy, period. And there are multiple products and essential oils that provide superior support to the liver, as well as other detoxification organs. So our ZENDOCRINE blend is a key product for maximizing health of the liver, kidneys, colon, endocrine system. And it includes oils such as tangerine, juniper berry, cilantro, geranium, and rosemary. Each essential oil included in this blend has detoxification properties known to support the function and health of the liver and kidneys. Now, juniper berry itself has been clinically demonstrated to support the kidneys and offer protective effects. And cilantro has often been known to support chelating and elimination of heavier, however you pronounce it, heavier toxins from our bodies. And that's the main formulation. And you can also take it in a soft gel if you'd prefer than the oil blend. 1 capsule 2 times a day, or if you prefer, you can put the drops in a gel cap yourself or just drink them with water. I think the veggie caps are easy and convenient to administer internally. Now, our GX Assist is our next cleansing partner, so to speak, and it contains a proprietary blend of caprylic acid and 6 essential oils. And caprylic acid is a unique 8-carbon fatty acid with clinically demonstrated detoxification properties. And because of its lipophilic structure, it's able to easily penetrate cellular membranes of hostile organisms and eliminate them. And the GX Assist is a blend that includes oregano, melaleuca, lemon, lemongrass, peppermint, and thyme. And the chemistry of these oils includes a variety of phenol, alcohol, and aldehyde type constituents that synergistically provide complete detoxification properties. The unique formulation of this product provides powerful ingredients for purifying and cleansing the digestive system. And it's recommended that you take 1 to 3 soft gels daily between meals for the second 10 days of your 30-day cleanse. So that would be day 11 through day 20. And this product can actually be taken on a monthly basis for sustained benefit, or less frequently for targeted digestive health. Now, our Slim and Sassy Metabolic Blend contains a proprietary blend of grapefruit, lemon, peppermint, ginger, and cinnamon. The unique chemistry of these oils gives them diverse functionality. And not only do they help manage appetite and lift your mood while you're trying to diet, but they can also help boost metabolism, support healthy insulin responses, and overall manage the toxic load of your body. And lemon and grapefruit oils in this blend are particularly powerful in their capacity to assist the body in its effective detoxification, but not only of fat, but of fat-soluble toxins as well. And bonus, you can add it not just to your water, 3 to 5 drops a day, but we also, again, have a soft gel option. And each soft gel contains 5 drops of essential oil. So again, you could take a soft gel 3 to 5 times a day. Now, the final area of focus is going to be the GI tract. And the main function of the body's GI tract is to metabolize the food that we eat and excrete waste products. However, many people do not know that the GI tract and our immune system are also inextricably linked. Because of its major role in absorption, much of the body's immune function occurs in our GI tract. And our body must be able to distinguish usable substances from harmful toxins. To accomplish this differentiation, the GI tract serves as a selective barrier that strictly regulates absorption and prevents toxins from entering the blood and the lymph systems. Cleansing is a natural way to maintain healthy microflora population by simply nurturing its terrain. And our line of supporting supplements, including, like I spoke about before, the TERRAZYME digestive enzyme, the ZENDOCRINE complex for the liver, and the GX Assist, can all help remove toxins from the digestive system. Then our PB Assist Plus helps support the microflora colonization, supporting long-term gut health. So let's take a look at how PB Assist Plus is a superior formula. It's both a blend of pre- and probiotics. Probiotics are living organisms such as bacteria that live in the GI tract, known to provide health benefits, and prebiotics are indigestible substances such as fiber that foster an optimal environment for microbial colonization and stimulate microbial activity in the gut. So our PB Assist Plus employs a unique double-layer capsule delivery that provides both short-chain prebiotic fiber in the outer capsule and a time-release inner capsule with active probiotic cultures. This unique delivery system allows the probiotics to be released in the intestines where they'll have the maximum benefit and will not be damaged by the harsh acidic environment in the stomach. The combination of prebiotic and probiotic cultures in this time-released single delivery system makes the PB Assist truly unique. And the friendly strains of bacteria included in this product were carefully selected based on their demonstrated physiologic benefits to both the upper and the lower intestine. Specifically, the lactobacillus bacteria promotes healthy colonization and function of the small intestine, while the bifidobacterium bacteria promote healthy digestive and immune functions in the large intestine. 5 billion CFO, colony-forming units, of 6 active strains of lacto and bifido probiotic cultures are included in this product. The time-release inner capsule protects the probiotic cultures from the harsh environment of the stomach, delivering the active benefits of the cultures at full strength to the site of adhesion in the intestinal tract. So our FOS, or fructo-oligosaccharides, are indigestible fibers found naturally in fruits and vegetables that have the ability to selectively promote the adhesion and growth of friendly bacteria while discouraging the growth of harmful organisms. And FOS also supports healthy absorption of calcium, magnesium. It supports healthy blood glucose and cholesterol levels, and can suppress harmful enzyme activity in the bowel. And each capsule of PB Assist Plus contains 50 milligrams of beneficial FOS prebiotics. So PB Assist Plus can also be utilized on a daily basis. That's what I do as part of a routine commitment to support our gut health. And it can also be used with greater intensity in part 3 of the cleanse and restore that we're going to do in 30 days so that we can restore this optimal level of gut flora for long-term results. So 1 to 2 capsules per morning or at night are an excellent partner to your detoxification success. So here you are, you guys. You've got a bunch of products here. TERRAZYME, which is our digestive enzyme, the ZENDOCRINE complex and ZENDOCRINE oil or soft gels, the Slim and Sassy Metabolic Blend, our PB Assist probiotic, the GX Assist, and of course the Lifelong Vitality to help open the pathways of elimination to cleanse, renew, restart, and reduce the toxic load. And just to kind of sum up, this little chart gives you, if you want to just take a picture of it with your phone, a 30-day renewal guide where you would start on day 1 with the GX Assist at your meals 2 to 3 times a day for just 10 days. Now, remember, we may have been already starting before this with the PB Assist to cleanse the gut. So if you're starting with the PB Assist, then the GX Assist will actually start on day 11 through 20, and then we'll use the back third again of that 30 days to do the PB Assist Plus. 2 to 3 capsules again with meals. And our TERRAZYME, our digestive enzyme, and our ZENDOCRINE complex, we are going to take them the whole time, the whole 30 days. 1 to 2 capsules with the meals on empty stomachs for the TERRAZYME, 1 to 2 capsules with the AM and PM meals with the ZENDOCRINE. And the ZENDOCRINE gel caps, you could take it for 22, 30 days. And same with the Slim and Sassy, 30 days or ongoing. So the only part that might be confusing is you'll start prepping with the PB Assist Plus, and then you'll go into the GX Assist on day 10 or 11, and then finish off with the PB Assist. And that whole 30 days while you're on PB, GX, and PB, you'll be taking the TERRAZYME, ZENDOCRINE, and Slim and Sassy the whole time. Here you go. This is a great complement, obviously adding the Lifelong Vitality at the end. This is what we call being healthy from the inside out. So you guys, if you want to find out more about how to detox or more about essential oils, let me know. I'm always here to help you and guide you. You may have even been directed to this webinar with somebody else, and if you have, obviously go back to them. But I'm a firm believer that we can use essential oils, which are in all of these products, to help support optimal gut health and detoxification. Always here to help you. Thank you so much for listening and learning more about how you can be that best version of yourself. And if you do need to reach me, you can check out my website, HayleyHobson.com, where you can learn a lot more about being healthy from the inside out and being the whole you. Or you can visit me on my Facebook page, Hayley Hobson Health Coach, Twitter at Hayley Hobson, Pinterest at Hayley Hobson 69, or Instagram at Hayley Hobson. See you guys online.